From the Equiplex at beautiful Spruce Meadows, this is Maker Faire 2017. Hey, it's Richard here from the First Layer. I'm down here at the Calgary Maker Faire at the beautiful Equiplex here at Spruce Meadows in Calgary, of course. And I'm here with Jason Beddard, who is the organizer of Maker Faire. And tell us a little bit about what Maker Faire is.
Sure. So, Maker Faire is this annual festival where we, rent a big space and have people bring out all the cool projects they make. All the things they're passionate about. All those projects hidden away in garages, basements, maker spaces, and just share it with the world. It's a giant show and tell is often what we refer to it as.
And how did Maker Faire get started here in Calgary? I know there's Maker Fairs all over the world, but how did it get started here in Calgary?
Yeah, it's almost actually 225, I think, is the current global count for Maker Fairs.
Wow, that's a lot.
Well, back in 2011, I was on this website, Make Magazine, and I discovered they do this thing called Maker Faire. I was all new to this. I had been making for my whole life, but I didn't know other people did it. I thought I was, special, I suppose. And so I thought, hey, well, why don't we have one of these in Calgary? And then I found out, well, there's a few other people here who had started organizing one. I got in touch and I said, hey, how can I help out? And well, here I am today, producing the show 6 years later.
Wow, 6 years later you've been doing this. So this is the 6th annual Maker Faire.
Yeah, exactly.
In Calgary. Now, as people may not know, that Make Magazine and Maker Faire are kind of have a symbiotic relationship.
Absolutely. Yeah, Make Magazine first came out, and then shortly after its first publication, Dale Doherty, the founder, of the magazine, thought, why don't we, get some makers out? So this is in the Bay Area, and there's a bit of a tradition too of amateur radio groups coming out for meetups and sharing ideas and showing off their gear. And but what about for makers? People just making cool stuff. So the first annual Maker Faire Bay Area happened in San Mateo, and it was such a success. He thought, hey, I think we got something here.
Awesome.
So, that's
And now it's a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, and the magazine's still going strong, and the fair ever growing, like you said. Expanding daily.
And moving forward with Maker Faire here in Calgary, what are you looking forward to next year?
Oh, next year, I don't know, man. I got to get through this weekend. I haven't thought that far ahead.
But there's always space for makers down here at Maker Faire. If you're interested, make sure you check your local area for a Maker Faire near you and get involved. Show off your stuff, your 3D prints, your woodworking, your dressmaking. There's all kinds of stuff here at Maker Faire to see and do and take part in.
Yeah, makerfaire.com and click on Find a Fair Near You, and has a full database of all the global fairs.
So there you have it. From Maker Faire, I'm Richard, and this is the First Layer, and this is my good friend Jason.
There's going to be a top on it when that project is done. It's on the list. Thank you.
Back here at Maker Faire 2017 in Calgary, Alberta, I'm here with James from the 501st Legion. And if you don't know what the 501st is all about, James is going to tell you.
Well, simplest way, see a stormtrooper around in the real world, that's probably one of my friends. No, seriously. 501st Legion is a worldwide organization. Last I heard, we were around 10, 15,000 people worldwide. We're just a little bit of a group.
Just a little.
Yeah, we are the premier Star Wars costuming group in the world. We basically are, we're builders that do good. Right? We are the bad guys in the Star Wars universe.
Right.
We accept any one of the canon bad guy costumes. A few of the extended universe ones too, but if it's Star Wars, it's evil, we get them. We've got Jawas, you know, those little guys that run around and steal the droids. We've got stormtroopers. We've got First Order. We got Jeff back there. He's actually working on his new First Order Snowy. I have a bit of fascination with Rogue One, so currently I am working on building the tank driver from Rogue One, or not the tank driver. Sorry, this is the AT-ACT pilot. That's the big walkers. They are the ones that, you know, the rebels completely kick their butts. But I love the costume, so I got to make it.
You know, rebels are fun too, but the bad guys are always the best.
Well, I mean, seriously, how many people my age, your age, when you say think Star Wars, first 3 characters, everybody's like, but Vader, Stormtrooper, that kid in the bathrobe.
There was a kid in a bathrobe?
Well, you know, I think it was Luke Skycross, something like that. You had that glow stick thing.
I thought it was a judo gi. I don't know.
No, it's the running joke is there was a commercial from Duracell a few years ago. It was a full Disney sponsored thing, and what it was they made the joke about Jedi are, you know, just old men in bathrobes because it's comfortable. So that sort of stuck. But that being said, I've actually got a Jedi costume, so I can't mock them too much.
So tell people how they can find the 501st and how they can become involved in your organization.
Well, there's 2 minimum requirements you need to be. You need to be over the age of 18, and you need to have an approvable costume. We can help you with one, and time will help you with the other. So what constitutes an approvable costume? Well, it really depends. It's a little harder than you might think, but it's a lot easier than you might think. We have something called a CRL. It's a costume reference library. If you go to 501st.com, from there it's going to take you through there. What it is there's a set of guidelines you need to do, because there's a lot of places you can go out to buy a Stormtrooper kit. A lot of them are great for Halloween. They're wonderful for the convention, but they're not accurate. I don't want to belittle them, because really, you want to dress up, you're A-okay in my books. But an approvable costume is you need to be movie accurate. You can go as crazy as you want to be, or you can go for minimum qualifications. You can go, like, for me, I am a little over the top. I spend weeks, months playing with paints to get the colors just right to make it look like you've been running around on the beach. You want to do a white and shiny Stormtrooper, that's easiest. I mean, there's a lot of places you can buy them commercially, but first starting point, go to 501st.com and then look at the costumes. See which costume you want to make, because it's going to be the one that means the most to you. It's going to be the one that says, oh my, yes, that's the one I absolutely have to have. Then from there, you go to what's called a detachment, and depending where you are in the world, because for Calgary, the Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, we are the Badlands. You can find us at badlands.ca. Pop on, create an account, say, hey, how's it going? Introduce yourself, and we'll be more than happy to advise you. But yeah, from there, you go in, choose the costume you want, you start sourcing parts, you start the build, and then once it's done, up and finished, what you'll do is you'll take some pictures, submit them, and then we'll meet with our, electronically meet with our membership officer. And what he does is he'll talk to you and he'll say, that's fantastic, you're in, or it's great, you're a little off on this, and then he'll work with you to make it perfect. There's a lot of us, depending where you are locally, we do things called armor parties where you're gonna show up with a box of plastic, and then you're gonna go, help, I have no idea what I'm doing. Because that's actually how the first time I met the 501st. We all do it. Nobody knows everything. And anybody who says they do, they're the ones who know it the least, I find.
Well, there you have it. Become a member of the 501st, get your costume ready, and be screen accurate, and join a great worldwide organization that helps out kids around the world through different events that they put on. And I've seen them just about everywhere.
We actually have an event next weekend. We're going to be doing the charity up in Edmonton with the Oil Kings. In November, I believe 2 weeks after that, there is the Wonderland of Wishes with Make-A-Wish. We'll be attending that for the kids. We are the bad guys, but you know what? We're the bad guys doing good. That's what we do. We do best.
So let me ask you really quick, what is the best costume for an old fat guy like me?
I'll give you the answer I tell anybody. What's the costume that speaks to you? We will make it happen. I know a 5'4" Vader.
Vaders can be short too?
I know a 400-pound Stormtrooper.
That's a big Stormtrooper.
He looks good in the armor. We made it work. There's absolutely nothing you can't do if you want to do it. We have a 6'6" Jawa because he thought that was cool.
Awesome. So get in touch with the 501st by either going to the 501st.com
or badlands.ca.
There you have it. From Maker Faire, I'm Richard.
I'm James.
Move along.
So once again, down here at Maker Faire, I'm with Steve from Protospace.
Hello.
And tell us a little bit about what Protospace is, Steve.
Well, Protospace is a fairly large makerspace here in Calgary, and it's basically a club of people who just want to make things. And so together we come together and we pool our resources, and we've built a giant shop, a wood shop, a metal shop, a electronics lab, 3D printer lab, pretty much anything we need, we as a group sort of bring together into a single space, and then we take care of it and we use it. And we teach each other how to use it too. So it's,
excellent.
Which is a super important part of making,
Yes.
right? Just because you know 3D printing, you may not know welding. I may know photography, but I won't really know anything else. And so we just share knowledge, and as a result, become better makers.
Excellent.
Everything you're seeing here, tip to tail, from the arcade cabinet to the car to the HAL 9000 to the really gorgeous steampunk dresses and things, even the laser cut pumpkin, are all just things we've made at Protospace. Things we made on a whim, things we made because we wanted it desperately, or things we made just to learn how to make a thing like it. So for instance, little Stirling motors and board games and things like that. But the really cool part is the scope of what you can do here. Everything from sort of fun little woodworking craft projects to aluminum casting, where we do styrofoam replacement casting, to artsy welding projects, to a laser cut cat toy. I mean, you know, got a cat, got some cardboard, you've got a cat toy because we've got a laser. To really silly, ambitious, artsy projects like our augmented reality sandbox for this InMove, which is an open source robot that somebody's downloaded and just started to 3D print. But I mean, the short version of what you're seeing here is that it's just stuff people made, and this is the whole point of a makerspace. Is you just drop in, you say, I either want to learn how to make something, or there's something I want to make. Either one of those things works perfectly for a makerspace type space. You just drop in, learn how to make it, or else have access now to the tools to finally make that thing you know how to make, but just don't know how the stuff for. Okay. So the easiest way to find Protospace online is just to go to protospace.ca, or to look for us on Twitter and Instagram. It'll just be Protospace. Those will just give you a website. Probably the best way is, once you find us online, pop down to one of our open houses on Tuesday night and really see the space, because, you know, at the end of the day, it's a shop rather than a website.